Today's speaker, respected today's speaker, Brother Pradeep sir, will be presenting letter number 2, part 1 from the book The KH Letters to C.W. Leadbeater, with the commentary of Srijan Rajdas. Respected Pradeep sir is well known to all of us. He is doing outstanding work for the propagation of the theosophical teachings. He is very dedicated and committed theosophist. He has done deep study on Mahatma letters. We all have benefited a lot by his clear exposition. Sir, kindly present your talk.
Thank you, Susmaji. We will start with a short meditation. Before that, with a prayer to our inner founders. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Tasmai Shri Guruve. The study in Theosophical Society, the members are always advised to study, and Radhaji once mentioned the study of theosophical text. It is in fact are all of the higher thoughts. Means whether it is Secret Doctrine or Isis Unveiled or Mahatma Letters, followed by number of texts available for us, for the members of Theosophical Study. Study is most important, because study means during that period, during your study period, you will have a link with the higher ones, higher thoughts, and you have a close connection. But Radhaji clearly mentioned the study, either make one down or make one off. If we based on study, relating to study on information basis, information from collecting different books, to so it will stored in our brain. So what will happen? It will subsequently it will gone away. But if you study deeply, ponder over it, and practice it in day-to-day life, then it will enhance your understanding, enhance your capacity to unfold the consciousness. So the study either make you a little down or uplift you, your consciousness. So it depends upon the individual members, those who are sincere, how they study, how they approach the books. So in this little book means two letters and one messages, then one or two letter from H.P. Blavatsky to Brother C.W. But there are vast commentaries in this small book, And those commentaries by Brother C. Jinadasha are carry lot of importance for the member of Theosophical Society. Today we are going to study the second letter of the Master Cage. Very important letter in which I particularly for today I am limiting myself, my presentation, sacrifice and renunciation. Uh, of course, the first is the letter, then how it came to just from mysteriously how it came to the to our founder Blavatsky in front of a brother Leadbeater. Then how what are the contents? Then we will go to a little relating to little sacrifice and renunciation on the part of brother Sidwell Leadbeater, as well as I will put another letter of Mahatma Cage. He addressed to Brother Sinnett, not exactly, but how a sacrifice duty help the student of Theosophy. So we will go to the uh, presentation part. Letter number 2 from book Master Cage, letter to Brother C. W. Leadbeater. The second letter of the Master Cage. On the evening of October 30, on the evening of the October 30, the Master TK sent Mr. Leadbeater a message through H.P. Blavatsky. That the Master Cage had dispatched an answer to his letter of March 3rd. So it is a long gap, March 3rd to October 30th, when a reply was received. Naturally, at that time, there was no uh, digital communication, social media, but that was limited for the Leadbeater's Blavatsky. But for the Mahatma, it is all open before him. So we'll go how it is relevant for the Mr. Leadbeater's story, how Leadbeater was seen, how he has seen the circumstances in which letter was received. Mr. Leadbeater said, my circumstances were such that it would be impossible for me to come to Adair. I was perfectly ready to throw up that work altogether and devote my life absolutely to the service of the masters. Absolutely to the service of the master. It is written by Brother C. W. Leadbeater in the book itself. The next important point, HPB relation with the master relating to Brother C. W. Leadbeater. So what is the close relationship between brother means H.P. Blavatsky and the master. When C.W. Leadbeater requested Blavatsky to convey the letter written by him to the master, H.V. replied that he, means the master, knew it already. Referring, of course, to the exceedingly close relation in which she stood with him, so that whatever was within her consciousness was also within his when he wished it. You see, Blavatsky own master is Master M. But as Master M and Master K are very close to each other, so the Blavatsky consciousness is also very close in relation to Master K. So whatever Brother Leadbeater asked before Blavatsky, it is immediately known to Master K. You see the in which way the master is aware of what is going on, everything within the society as well as within the Blavatsky, because his consciousness is no different from Blavatsky. That is here he said he stood with him. Whatever was within her consciousness was also within his when he wished it. When he wished it. So that is there. We will go to the next slide. My first phenomena. Brother Leadbeater, expressing how he has seen the reply from Master Cage received by Blavatsky. And it is, of course, phenomena for we mundane world people, but for them it is all according to the law, natural. So he narrated, several of us saw quite clearly a sort of whitish mist form in the palm of her hand. Hand means a Blavatsky hand, and then condense that mist, that white mist, fog-like mist, condenses into a piece of a folded paper, which she at once handed to C.W. Leadbeater, saying, "There is your answer." So the answer received by C.W. Leadbeater through Blavatsky from Master Cage came in this way. It was a very short note, ran as follows. It was a very short note, ran as follows. It is a own handwriting of Master Cage, which I collected from the book. Just see how beautifully he wrote with a blue pencil. That is in the book, blue pencil, he wrote it. Since your intuition, I like this, all these things, sir. Then we will go to the next portion of the, then in the end, the signature as Master KH dot. So this is a handwriting of one of our inner founders. What is this exact, if we go through the exact wordings? Since your intuition led you the right direction and made you understand that it was my desire you should go to Adair immediately, I may say more. The sooner you go, the better. Do not lose one day more than you can help. Sail on the 5th if possible. Join Upasika at Alexandria. Let no one know you are going. and may the blessings of our Lord and my poor blessing shield you from every evil in your new life. Greeting to you, my new chela. Show my notes to no one. This is a letter written by Master Cage, handed over to Mysticaloe, to Blavatsky, through Blavatsky to C.W. Leadbeater. This is a mystical. Since kindly just we will, many things have mentioned in the commentary by Brother Raja, but we should see just for a few moments our intuition. Since your intuition led you in the right direction, mind it, my brothers, our intuition always gives us the right direction. Intuition is our inner man, inner upper triangle. Buddhi, higher manas, Atma. These three are the upper triangle. And intuition is always give right direction to each and every. But sometimes we swayed away by our desire at personality level, physical, emotional, lower mental, all these desire uh, attracted towards our sense subject, attracted our soul. So this intuition is always, most of the time for the mundane world people are overwhelmed by desire, emotion, then all these things obstruct the true light. So here Mahatma clearly told Brother Leadbeater that your intention led you in the right direction and made you understand that it was my desire you should go to Adair immediately. So it was the desire of the master uh, uh, to uh, to Brother Leadbeater giving a direction that you should go immediately to Adair. Because at that time there was a position in the Adair because Christian missionaries are uh, very strongly opposing the theosophical movement. So they are leaving no stone unturned to make theosophical society collapse. So there are many incidents in which they want to uh, damage the theosophical society. So he is the right person. Brother Leadbeater is the right person selected by the masters to go to Adair, to international headquarters, so that from a Christian family, from a Christian clergy, from side, one gentleman is there to look after the Theosophical Society. The sooner you go, the better. Mahatma Adhiji, you go sooner is the better. Do not lose one day more than you can help. Sail on the 5th if possible. By ship he is to go there. So sail immediately, go. And join Upasika. Upasika means Blavatsky. She was at Alexandria, means that big city, that city in Egypt known as Alexandria. She is there and he is joined with Upasika. Here is the clear warning. Let no one know you are going, and may the blessings of our Lord, my poor blessing, shield you from every evil in your new life. New life means at that time, Leadbeater was accepted as a disciple of Mahatma Cage. So, in this incarnation, he was accepted as a disciple. So, here, Mahatma guided him to do what to do. No one know you are going, because the moment you disclose the future plans or whatever plans for the spiritual work, then there are other forces against you. They will be very active. They will see that the work of the spiritual work or work for the higher white brothers shall not proceed in any manner. So, whatever spiritual work, whatever um, work for the Theosophical Society, even now, if you have in mind, please don't disclose it openly. You can disclose with your Theosophy brethren, but don't disclose it outside, because there are many forces. They'll rush into obstructive. You can see it happening in always in our work also. Let no one know you are going. May the blessings of our Lord and my poor blessing shield you from every evil in your new life. Every evil means from all the obstruction in your life that should be protected. Greeting to you, my new chela. Show my notes to no one. This note is, that is the reason Blavatsky immediately handed over to Brother C. W. Leadbeater the uh, answer given by Master KH. So we'll go to the next. Then Raja's comment. Very interesting. This is relating the, today I am dealing with the only sacrifice part. Then next Friday, Sister Viva will look after the what is intuition part. So Raja's comment. Before I comment on the second letter, let me deal first with the sacrifice which Mr. Leadbeater made when he decided to follow his master. When the intuition prevailed and master clearly giving direction, and he decided to follow his master, so we have to sacrifice our life. There are many people in the many students, many members of Theosophical Society doing a lot of sacrifices. And here is the sacrifice which Brother C.W. Peter has mentioned here. It is John Alcott. He was a topmost lawyer at New York, customs lawyer. He left his legal profession, left his family, and on the advice of the masters, he came to India. Brother Leadbeater. You see the sacrifice of Blavatsky, C.W. Leadbeater, and still now the Radha Banyar, N.C. Krishna, N.C. Ramanachari, Krishnaji also doing a lot of work now, and Brother Satyavir Tyagi, all are doing a lot of work by sacrificing their profession, their other activities. So, what is the sacrifice Brother Leadbeater has done at that time? What was that sacrifice? For there are sacrifices, and knowing about them may clear the vision of some from whom also a sacrifice will be demanded when their time comes to follow their master. It is applicable equal to us. If we know how the Brother Leadbeater sacrifices, then it may inspire us to sacrifice our position, our power, comfort. Then we can able to follow the master, able to follow the inner teacher, inner founders of the society. So this is the sacrifice. Next, the first sacrifice was a complete break with his family. Family not here, wife, children. Family is relating to what family? He will, Raja is describing here. To leave suddenly all near relations, especially those who had helped him in his career, without a particle of region, meant of course never to have to be received back into their circle again. So, Brother Leadbeater has no wife, no children. That is one point one should be clear. He is a family relating to his uncle and some other close relatives. So they are the family. So here say, now he left those family and sacrifice because he decided to follow the masters, decided follow the work of the master. So he sacrificed. Next slide. We can imagine the utter astonishment of the dignified cleric. Means he was in a church, so that is also quite astonished. His uncle, at his nephew's declaration that in 3 days' time he was severing his connection with the race, is particularly role he was given in church, leaving it seriously handicapped in its regular routine. Suppose he was holding a post, suppose immediately he will leave, means there will be a disturbance everywhere. And this for no more evident reason than that of a man whose mind had become unhinged through spiritualism, theosophy, and similar unholy allurement. He was outside their pale as a renegade and wastrel who had thrown away his opportunity. Please silence, please. Please silence. Second sacrifice. Second was a renunciation of all his worldly prospects. Worldly prospects means if you want to continue with it, then you will get more and more prosperous things, more allurement, and that is renunciation. That is sacrifice. It is true that he was only a curate in a church, but he had certain unusual ability to get people together. And make them work as a united band for a noble cause. He has ability as an organizer, as an organizer, as choir master, Sunday school director, and creator of Boys and Girls Club. His love of athletics. He is good at tennis and a fine swimmer. Has the capacity to inspire boys and girls to live pure, speak true, right, wrong, and follow the king. He has a deep devotion to the church. So all these things are there. Same thing also, many people in Theosophical Society are doing it now also. They are also renunciating the future allurements and working for the Theosophical Society. Earlier, we have seen the renunciation by Brother C.W. Leadbeater, by Henry Steele Olcott, and also Blavatsky. And in our society also, N.C. Ramanachari and Radha Bandar, Satyaviri Tyagi, all have done that. They renounce their profession and renounce their, sacrifice their comfort, physical comfort, etc., and renounce their profession and leave everything that is future work, and exclusively they follow the masters. exclusively they follow the master's work, Theosophical Society. You see how powerful would have been Brother Leadbeater if he continue in the church. He has so much capacity, uh, organize many things for the Christian people. So that was the interesting thing, and that is the actually sacrifices and renunciation. Then we will go to the next slide. C.W. Leadbeater had the ability, very beautiful ability he has. Of gathering round him a band of young and old to work devotedly for a common cause, which he carried into his activities as a theosophist. You see, as a theosophist, his role, and he has the capacity to do that for the church, for the Christian missionaries. But while living the Christian missionary Christianity, he devoted his energy, power, and capacity all for the benefit of Theosophical Society. In Ceylon, as an organizer of a Buddhist vernacular and English school, Sunday school, Vesak carol parties in England and United States in Lotus Circle, round tables, all they are the work of Brother Siddhar Leadbeater. Lotus Circle, somewhere in some parts, particularly in Karnataka, they are doing it. Round tables also we will see in many places, round tables are also going on. That was the work done by Brother C.W. Leadbeater. At Adair, gathering round him a band of secretaries, writers of letters and articles, budding theosophical lecturers and authors, watchful that each should be led to find his niche in the common edifice of work. That was the greatest work for him. So he was told to go immediately to Adair to do this work. In Australia, holding young and old into a solid phalanx to work together unselfishly and hard in various cause dear to the various causes dear to the masters. That he was doing in Australia. Lastly, there was one sacrifice which Mr. Leadbeater made, to which he rarely alluded. Once, when speaking to me, means Brother Raja, of his coming out of to India, he mentioned the incident, but quite casually, as if it were all a part of the day's work. So, what he mentioned to Brother Silid, what is that sacrifice? It was the sacrifice of all of a young man's plan of happiness in marriage to the girl of his dreams. For he was deeply in love with a girl whom he had known many years, the sister of his schoolboy friend. That sacrifice he left. When, however, Mr. Leadbeater read the master's letter that was given to him by Brother Blavatsky, even love itself was renounced instantly. That love towards that girl to whom he was planning to marry, that also renounced instantly with all other things to follow him. In after years, he used to remark with a little pride that he had lived up to the motto of his family coat of arms. Means they have a family motto, Brother Leadbeater, trouser spread, always ready. That was his motto, always ready. So when Master, our inner founder, directed him, so immediately, instantly, He was ready and he left everything and followed him. Perhaps it was the lesson which he learned from this sacrifice, which made him often say, especially when speaking to young people, for a young man it is often the case of occultism and marriage. Here is two things. Uh, Even this is applicable to present members of Theosophical Society. Occultism means spiritual work, theosophical work, and marriage, family life. How this will be clubbed together and how we will proceed. In fact, it depends upon us whether to proceed in theosophical work, sideways we do the our family duties. He had the slightest aversion in marriage as a sacred and honorable institution. There are chelas of the masters who are not celebrate, but married men and women. There are many disciples in Theosophical Society who are married men, but are, as such are disciples of the masters. They are not married. But it does sometimes happen to a young man or a young woman who is on this fringe of chelaship, even at a later stage. What is happening there? That his her character does not know how to play rightly the dual roles both as a server of the master and as a husband or wife or as a father and mother. Dual roles, sometimes there are very many confusions are there. Uh, Particularly Radhaji, she did not force anyone to leave the family, come to Theosophical Society. She has a very independent mind. But as we know, karma, reincarnation, divine law is there. What is applicable to us? It is a pre-planned divine plan. So, marriage life and a divine work is all going together. So, here the cares and obligation of married life become too observing sometimes, and the bright hope of joy in sacrifice for the cause of humanity fade away in the distance, and the aspirant grows to be a much married man or woman. This is the warning given to us. While we are working side by side our life as with a family, we should go take together. If we do more for the family, then the hope of sacrifice for the humanity will fade away. There are many instances, um, many places, many things are happening where people are uh, jointly doing lot of work. Side by side married work, family work, side by side theosophical work. So both it depends upon the individual how he will take his role in the family as well as in the theosophical society. It depends upon him. Once we have made our sacrifice and we look back on our pain, it seems almost as nothing. The joy of new life and light found thereby. If we make our sacrifice, our physical sacrifice, etc., then there will be no problem. But before and at the moment of sacrifice, it is a fact as say light on the path. Before this soul can stand in the presence of the masters, its feet must be washed the blood of the heart. Means you have to sacrifice for the Theosophical Society and help this side by side. If you are a married man, help your family and also with family take the responsibility of the Theosophical work. Then I am quoting a letter 123. It is old letter 68, very beautiful letter. Brother Sinet wrote a letter to Mahatma that this year I have lost many things, only family duty, family duty. So what is the reply by Master Cage? Does it seem to you a small thing? Many members, our members must have read it, but it is relevant. family duty, how it helping you? Does it seem to you a small thing that the past year has been spent only in your family duties? Nay, anyatha. But what better cause for reward, what better discipline than the daily and hourly performance of a duty? So, if a married man pursuing the theosophical work, he should do this work uh, hourly performance of the family duty. Believe me, my people, the man and woman who are placed by karma, I mentioned karma, karma in the midst of small plain duties, sacrifice, loving kindness will through these faithful fulfill, rise to the larger measure of duty, sacrifice, charity to all humanity. How beautiful Mahatma mentioned, how it is applicable to members of Theosophical Society to do this work, then you will give him the better work. What better path towards the enlightenment you are striving after than the daily conquest of self, the preservation of in spite of want of visible psychic progress, the bearing of ill fortune with that serene fortitude which turns it to spiritual advantage. So your duty, whether for the family or for the Theosophical Society, it will lead you to enlightenment, lead you to higher progress, and it is a spiritual advantage minded. Since good and evil are not to be measured by event in the lower or physical plane, be not discouraged. Good and evil, whatever coming to good or evil, don't be discouraged. It cannot be measured at low level. That your practice falls below your aspiration, yet be not content with admitting this, then last. Since you clearly recognize that your tendency is too open towards mental and moral indolence, rather inclined to drift with the currents of life than to steer a direct course of your own, you are then equally applicable to each and every sincere member of Theosophical Society. Mahatma mentioned, your spiritual progress is far greater than you know and you can realize. So, each member of Theosophical Society, though of course those who are sincere student of Theosophy, their spiritual progress is faster. But we don't have that power to know how far we progress. So Mahatma given clearly, given an instruction, given an opinion that it is going on. You do well to believe that such development is in itself more important than its realization by your physical plane consciousness. It is going on, my brethren, it is going on. Spiritual progress is going on. So don't uh, don't expect to realize itself in this physical limitation we have. So don't expect, but continue our duties. Thank you for watching this. Namaste. Now over to Sushma ji.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful and excellent exposition on this letter. We are very grateful to you. Thank you, sir, once again. Now I am presenting Hindi translation. आज हमने गुरुदेव केएच द्वारा C.W. लेडबिटर को लिखे सेकेंड लेटर के पहले भाग का अध्ययन किया है श्री सी जिनराज दास जी की समीक्षा के साथ। मैं उसका हिंदी अनुवाद प्रस्तुत कर रही हूँ। जैसा कि पूर्व में उल्लेख किया जा चुका है कि 30 अक्टूबर की शाम को गुरुदेव डीके ने मिस्टर लेडबिटर को एचपीबी के माध्यम से एक संदेश भेजा कि गुरुदेव केएच ने C.W. लेडबिटर के 3 मार्च के पत्र का जवाब भेज दिया है। C.W. लेडबिटर इस पत्र के जवाब में यह कहना चाहते थे कि मेरी परिस्थितियां ऐसी थी कि मेरे लिए 3 महीने के लिए अड्यार आना और पुनः अपने काम पर लौटना असंभव था। लेकिन मैं उस कार्य को छोड़ने और अपना जीवन पूरी तरह से गुरुदेव की सेवा में समर्पित करने को तैयार था। अब इसमें लेडबिटर कहते हैं, जब लेडबिटर ने एचपीबी को स्वयं का लिखा पत्र गुरुदेव को पहुंचाने का अनुरोध किया, तो एचपीबी ने जवाब दिया कि वह यानी गुरुदेव पहले से ही जानते थे। स्पष्ट है कि एचपीबी गुरुदेव के साथ अपने बहुत घनिष्ठ संबंधों की बात कर रही थी। मेरा पहला चमत्कार, माय फर्स्ट फिनोमिना। हम में से कई लोगों ने स्पष्ट देखा था कि एचपीबी की हथेली में सफेद धुंध जैसी कोई चीज कंडेंस्ड हुई यानी घनीभूत हुई और फिर वो मुड़े हुए कागज के रूप में बदल गई। उन्होंने यानी एचपीबी ने तुरंत वह कागज सीडब्ल्यू लेडबिटर को दिया और कहा, यह है तुम्हारा जवाब। और इसमें बहुत छोटा सा नोट लिखा था। वह नोट था, सिंस योर इंट्यूशन लेड यू इन द राइट डायरेक्शन। चूंकि आपकी अंतर्दृष्टि ने आपको सही दिशा दी है और आपको यह समझाया है कि मेरी इच्छा थी कि आप तुरंत अड्यार जाएं। मैं कह सकता हूं कि जितनी जल्दी आप जाएंगे उतना ही अच्छा होगा। एक दिन भी व्यर्थ ना करें, तो आप अधिक सहायता कर सकते हैं। अगर हो सके तो 5 तारीख को ही रवाना हो जाएं और अलेक्जेंड्रिया में उपासिका यानी एचपीबी से मिले और किसी को भी अपने जाने की सूचना न दें। हमारे प्रभु का आशीर्वाद और मेरा छोटा सा आशीर्वाद, पुअर ब्लेसिंग्स, आपके नए जीवन में हर बुराई से आपकी रक्षा करेंगी। मेरे नए शिष्य को ग्रीटिंग्स, केएच। गुरुदेव यह भी लिखते हैं कि मेरे नोट्स को किसी को न दिखाएं। गुरुदेव का दूसरा पत्र श्री जिनराज दास जी की कमेंट्री के साथ। दूसरे पत्र पर टिप्पणी करने से पहले मैं उन त्याग के बारे में बात करना चाहता हूं जो त्याग लेडबिटर ने तब किया जब उन्होंने अपने गुरु का अनुसरण करने का निर्णय लिया था, क्योंकि बलिदान देने पड़ते हैं और उसके बारे में जानने से कुछ लोगों की दृष्टि स्पष्ट हो सकती है, क्योंकि जब उनका समय आएगा, लोगों का समय आएगा, तो उन्हें अपने गुरु का अनुसरण करना होगा, तो उनसे भी बलिदान की आशा की जाएगी। अब पहला बलिदान की बात करते हैं। पहला बलिदान अपने परिवार से पूर्णतः संबंध तोड़ना था तथा अचानक बिना किसी वजह या कारण बताए अपने करीबी संबंधियों को छोड़ना जिन्होंने उनके व्यवसाय यानी कैरियर में मदद की थी। जाहिर है कि उनके साथ यानी उस सर्किल में पुनः जोड़ने की आशा नहीं की जा सकती थी। अब हम ये अनुमान लगा सकते हैं कि उनके अंकल जो एक प्रतिष्ठित पादरी थे, वो अपने भतीजे की इस घोषणा पर कितने अचंभित हुए होंगे जब सीडब्ल्यू लेडबिटर ने कहा कि वह 3 दिन के भीतर पेरिश यानी चर्च का क्षेत्र छोड़ रहे हैं और उससे अपना संबंध तोड़ रहे हैं। उनके इस कार्य से चर्च की नियमित गतिविधियां अत्यधिक प्रभावित होंगी। लेकिन इसका कोई स्पष्ट कारण नहीं था, बल्कि एक व्यक्ति के दिमाग और मन में आध्यात्मवाद यानी स्पिरिचुअलिज्म, थियोसॉफी और इसी तरह के प्रलोभनों एल्यूरमेंट पढ़कर अस्थिर होना था। दूसरा त्याग अपनी सभी सांसारिक आकांक्षाओं का त्याग था। यह सत्य है कि सीडब्ल्यू लेडबिटर केवल एक पादरी थे, लेकिन उनमें लोगों को एकजुट करने और उन्हें एक नेक उद्देश्य के लिए लोगों को एकत्र करके काम करने के लिए प्रेरित करने की अभूतपूर्व क्षमता थी। वह एक कुशल आयोजक के रूप में एक संगीत सभा के प्रमुख यानी क्वायर मास्टर, रविवार स्कूल के निदेशक वह बच्चों यानी लड़के और लड़कियों के क्लब के संस्थापक, एथलेटिक्स के लिए उनका प्रेम, टेनिस के अच्छे खिलाड़ी, कुशल तैराक और क्रिकेट के खेल में भी कुछ हद तक अच्छे थे। इन सब के अलावा लड़कों और लड़कियों को पवित्र जीवन जीने, सच बोलने, सही और गलत को समझने, सही कार्य करने और किंग का अनुसरण करने के लिए प्रेरित करते थे। उसकी उनकी क्षमता थी।
लेडबिटर के इस कार्य का विवरण एक परिशिष्ट में दिया गया है। इसके अतिरिक्त लेडबिटर में
एक समान उद्देश्य के लिए समर्पित होकर कार्य करने हेतु युवा और वृद्ध लोगों को एकत्र करने की क्षमता थी, जिसको उन्होंने थियोसॉफिस्ट के तौर पर अपने कार्य के क्षेत्र में प्रदर्शित किया। जैसे C.W. लेडबिटर लंका में बौद्ध स्थानीय भाषा और अंग्रेजी स्कूलों, संडे स्कूलों, वैसाख कैरोल पार्टियों के आयोजक के रूप में इंग्लैंड एवं संयुक्त राज्य अमेरिका में लोटस सर्किल और राउंड टेबल में, अड्यार में सचिवों, पत्र एवं लेखों के प्रस्तुतकर्ता, लेक्चरर्स यानी बडिंग लेक्चरर्स को एवं लेखकों को एकत्रित करके सतर्कता से प्रत्येक को साझा रूप से कार्य करने का अवसर प्रदान करना उनका उद्देश्य था। ऑस्ट्रेलिया में युवा और वृद्धों को एक मजबूत समूह में संगठित किया ताकि वे गुरुदेवों के प्रिय विभिन्न कार्यों को निस्वार्थ भाव से और अधिक मेहनत से कर सकें। अंत में लेडबिटर ने एक ऐसा त्याग किया था जिसका शायद ही उन्होंने कभी उल्लेख किया हो। एक बार जो मुझसे भारत आने के अनुभव के विषय में बता रहे थे तो उन्होंने इस घटना का जिक्र किया, लेकिन बहुत सहजता से, बहुत कैजुअली, जैसे वो दैनिक जीवन का कार्य हो। यह एक ऐसे युवा के उस सपने का त्याग था जिसमें वो अपनी पसंद की लड़की से शादी करके प्रसन्न जीवन बिताना चाहता था, क्योंकि वो उस लड़की को बहुत प्रेम करते थे, जैसे वह कई सालों से जानते थे और वह स्कूली मित्र की बहन थी। लेकिन जब लेडबिटर ने मास्टर का पत्र पढ़ा तो उन्होंने गुरुदेव के अनुसरण करने के लिए अपने प्रेम को त्याग दिया और सब कुछ छोड़ दिया। कालांतर में वो गर्व से कहते हैं कि उन्होंने अपने परिवार के आदर्श वाक्य यानी टाउजोर्स प्रेस्ट यानी हमेशा तैयार रहो का पालन करके दिखाया। शायद इसी त्याग से मिली शिक्षा के कारण वह अक्सर युवाओं से वार्तालाप के समय कहते थे कि युवक के लिए गुह्यवाद यानी स्पिरिचुअल वर्क या विवाह दोनों में से एक ही विकल्प होता है विद इन इन्वर्टेड कॉमा, लेकिन पवित्र एवं सम्मान्य संस्था के रूप में विवाह के प्रति उनके मन में जरा भी अरुचि नहीं थी। गुरुदेव के ऐसे भी चेले हैं जो ब्रह्मचारी नहीं हैं, बल्कि विवाहित पुरुष और स्त्रियां भी थे। लेकिन कभी कभी ऐसा होता है जब युवा पुरुष एवं महिलाएं चेला बनने की कगार पे हों या बात के चरण में हों, तो उनके समझ में नहीं आता कि वह अपने दोहरे कर्तव्य यानी ड्यूअल रोल को सही ढंग से कैसे निभाएं। एक तरफ वह गुरुदेव के सेवक, हम दूसरी ओर पति पत्नी एवं माता पिता की भूमिका होती है। वैवाहिक जीवन के दायित्व कभी कभी इतने अधिक हो जाते हैं कि मानवता के लिए बलिदान देने की उज्जवल आशा और आनंद कहीं खो जाते हैं और पूरी तरह से जो है वैवाहिक जीवन में जो है वो चेला संलग्न हो जाता है। लेकिन जब एक बार हम त्याग कर देते हैं और जब अपनी पिछली पीड़ा को याद करते हैं तो वह पीड़ा कुछ भी नहीं लगती, क्योंकि उसी से नए जीवन और प्रकाश का आनंद मिलता है। लेकिन यह वास्तविकता है कि त्याग के पहले और त्याग के समय, जैसा कि लाइट ऑन द पाथ में कहा गया है, कि आत्मा के गुरुदेव के समक्ष खड़ी होने से पहले इसके चरणों को हृदय के रक्त से धुले होने चाहिए। आध्यात्मिक जीवन के विकास के लिए जो त्याग है वो पहली सीढ़ी है, तभी मनुष्य जो है आध्यात्मिक मार्ग पर अग्रसर हो सकता है। धन्यवाद। Now the forum is open for discussion. Members can ask question from the speaker, and if they want to add something, they are most welcome. I want to repeat a sentence of Brother Pradeep Sarji. In the beginning, he said, deep study help us to enhance our understanding and expand our consciousness. Only deep study can lead us to the path of spirituality. Sacrifice, study, meditation, service. The sacrifice, today he talked about the sacrifice of C.W. Leadbeater, and sacrifice is one of the most important sacrifice to lead this path, to lead the path of spirituality.
If there is no question, we can close this one.
Thank you, sir. असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतम गमय. From the unreal lead us to the real, from darkness lead us to light, from death lead us to immortality. Sarve bhavantu sukhna, sarve santu niramaya, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुर्भाग् भवेत्. शांति शांति शांति.